This is Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina, home of the Gamecocks. And here comes South Carolina.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he goes down. Another sack for Carolina.
It's so good to be back here in South Carolina.
Well, the Gamecocks have 3 turnovers and a missed field goal in the first half, and with a depleted roster, too much to make up in the second half. They fall in the ball game 41-18 to Kentucky to finish out the season. And Coach, you just felt with all of the folks had been out for COVID reasons or injuries or otherwise, particularly on your defense, that first quarter was so crucial. It really got you behind, didn't it?
Yeah, we needed to do some things offensively to help our defense, and had a nice drive early on and not capitalize and get points, even if it was a field goal. Was a little bit deflating, and then we lose 2 corners in the first quarter, and really we couldn't afford to lose anybody defensively or offensively, but especially on defense, and that just affects the whole team. And we're not very mentally tough right now, which I don't know if a lot of teams are out there with what everybody's going through. And it was a tough first half, and offensively we couldn't do anything to help the defense.
Well, you did fight back in the second half, showed some spirit, made some changes, and defense got some stops as well. We'll watch that, of course, on our highlights. But on our Prisma Health Injury Report, Coach, you mentioned the corners already. I was having trouble keeping up who they were when they were starting the ball game. But Joey Hunter, of course, went out in the ball game. And Cam Smith as well early on. And then, of course, Jamie gets ejected on a targeting question.
I can't keep up with who we got playing defensively. It's tough enough with dealing with what we've gone through this year of learning all these players when you're never around them. And I mean, we got some guys out there, I know them by their numbers. But I'm going to say this, our defensive staff, they've dealt, the hand was not great, but they continue to fight. Coach T-Rob and his staff continue to challenge these guys, and it was good to see those young players come out in the second half and strain and get some stops, and they can build on that. It wasn't a successful night, but you can learn through failure. You keep putting yourself out there, you can learn from that.
And they got the reps, and we'll take a look at those, some highlights from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky, when we come back on Gamecock Football with Mike Bobo from Learfield, IMG College.
Gamecock Football with Mike Bobo is brought to you by Coca-Cola, Prisma Health, Britons of Columbia, and Backstreet's Bar and Grill.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Bring all the gifts for under the tree. And while you're at it, bring the tree. Ford F-150. Built for the holidays.
Now get F-150 with up to $11,000 in total savings, including $1,000 trade assist on top of your eligible trade-in. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Real steel. Find yours. And find what fuels you. Not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Pick up at over 9,000 local steel dealers. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Welcome back to Kroger Field. Mike Bobo, I'm Todd Ellis. The Gamecocks fall in the season finale tonight, Coach, and we expected some tough temperatures. It was cool, but this was good football weather here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, it wasn't what we thought with the elements being rain or snow. It was just a cool night in December, and it was a great night to play football, and hats off to Kentucky. You know, they came out on the upper end tonight because of the way they were able to take care of the football and run the football, and we couldn't take care of it, and congratulations to them.
Let's take a look at first half highlights because this first quarter was so crucial. Kentucky wins the toss. You take the football, of course, and here's Kevin Harris for one of his big runs.
Yeah, really good opening drive. I thought we mixed some little screen game. You know, there's the play right there where we get the holding call. I guess they called it on Josh right there. You know, and I got to understand the rule. The holding was past the first down after we'd already got the first down. So I'm not sure, you know, why it wasn't a first down and then 10 yards marked off. They come out and run a little trickeration, kind of just some eye candy, and we got confused and drive down, and you know, we hold them to a field goal. You know, which was good to see. We drive right back down the field, and we turn the ball over. Guy trying to fight for extra yards, and they do a good job of stripping it out, and that was the theme of the first half, you know, missed opportunities.
And there's a Condre White who was on defense a week ago and then moved back to offense, and he's been a tough spot.
Yeah, you know, just stopping the run, you know, for us all year has been a struggle, and then with, you know, guys out and, you know, just, you know, it's fits, you know, and not fitting right. But this was good. They got a penalty on the touchdown. We made them kick the ball, and good to see to carry on Joyner get an explosive play, which led to points for us right here. Just the RPO right there. You know, I think that's like our third one of the year where we didn't hand it off when we should have and caused a lost yardage play. But get a point right there, come back. You know, we're driving, you know, got a 3rd and 2 right here and then get stopped, which is not good in short yards. We haven't been great on 3rd down all year. They hit us with a wheel route. They do a great job off of their run action, getting guys open in the passing game. Yeah, I mean, we got guys there. We just got to make the tackle.
Took advantage of our youthful linebackers as well. Got lost on the wheel routes a couple times that night.
This is good to see all night. You know, that offensive line has played their butts off this year. Kevin Harris obviously is a bright spot. Here's a 3rd down conversion on a screen. You know, I mean, that's something we don't talk about. I think Kevin Harris might be 3rd in the team in receptions this year. Luke just trying to do a little too much right there, forcing the ball downfield. It was 3 plays in a row. 2 of them got tipped, and 1 he forced where ball should have gone in the flat. And that's just learning. You got to learn that through experience. Good job getting a stop right there. Come back another 3rd and 2. You know, 2 3rd and 2s that we're not able to get positive plays.
They ran that backside short side pin and pull as well.
They're a physical football team, and they've got physical backs, and they exerted the will on our young guys. You know, just tough to see there. You know, I would say it's careless with the ball, but it's just one of those times when, you know, the ball's the most important thing, and sometimes the only way you learn that is losing it in a ball game.
Yeah, 4 of their first 5 drives for scores were inside our 40-yard line because of the turnovers. And you can't overcome that if you're scoring 35 points a game, and that was difficult in the first half. Those turnovers led to short fields for them, and that's what their team is all about.
Yeah, they felt really no pressure offensively. They were able to call their whole offense not being backed up, and they capitalized. And, you know, didn't do our job offensively of putting points on the board or basically ending every drive in a kick. Can't turn the ball over. That's not winning football.
They scored 10 points off those turnovers. Let's go back out to Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky for second half. See some new faces and some plays being made. Now they take the football, coach, in the second half in their first drive, and it was a long one. Stretch it out and push it up to 27-3.
We had them in 3rd and 8 and lost the guy in coverage right there. And, you know, we got to be better in 3rd and long. And right there we've got everybody inside and somebody was supposed to be outside and lost their responsibility. But this was good to see. You know, you come out, they drive down, but we come back and we answer right here, go down and score points. And we had, you know, it wasn't through the passing game. It's explosive runs back. Look at this run. This is very similar to the run against Georgia, 3rd and 1, breaking tackles. Nice job right here. Had him free on the safety. He makes him miss, and he shows his speed. Just a really good drive. Then we come out and we start to get some stops. We get them in 3rd and long. We get some stops defensively. Here's Kevin Harris again, a guy in the backfield, breaking tackles, ripping off, I think it was a 59, 60-yard run right here, putting us in position to score points again. Just, I can't say enough about him and the offensive line. They took pride. It's good to see Rashad Amos in tonight. Had 60 yards rushing. One thing I think that's healthy with this team is running back depth. Didn't get points there. We got 3. We missed a field goal because of another penalty. 2 penalties took points off the board for us tonight. But we get a 4th down stop right there. We drive back down the field. Nice job right here. Luke taking it in the outlet, taking the outlet right there. They got a 3rd down stop right there. I'm sorry. On an option on a 3rd down. Good. Look at those young guys swarming. Taka Hemingway. There's a true freshman making plays. Backed up right here. Rashad Amos ripping off a run similar to the way he did against Georgia when we were backed up. Fake punt right here, something that Kyle Kantz drew up. It was good to see the carry on make a play. And, we need to do something to get it going. And this drive right here, it's 34-10, but what a play by Luke right here to carry on. When we drive down, we score, we get the 2-point conversion with 5 minutes to go. Right. It's a 2-score game, and we have basically the pop-over kick on the kickoff, and we got the ball in our hands for the chance to make it a 1-score game. Here they are running zone again. I think they probably could have done that all night if they wanted to. They were probably working on their passing game, let us get back in the game a little bit, but they're good backs, good offensive line. We just could not hold on tonight and hold up to the physical game that it was going to be.
How did Luke Doty play for you, Coach? Tonight he had some scramble plays and made some ones.
I think
slow in the first half.
It was, obviously turning the ball over. It's not good, and you can see he can make plays with his legs and extend plays, but the big thing for him is, and we knew coming into this game, all the vision coverage they were going to play and drop, that we would have to check it down. And sometimes that's the hardest thing for young guys to do.
Final score, 41-18, Kentucky. Carolina finishes the season 2-8. We'll have some superlatives, some guys who are acknowledged for their hard effort in this ball game when we come back on Gamecock Football with Mike Bobo from Learfield, IMG College.
Join us every week at Backstreet's Bar and Grill on Divine Street for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 o'clock. Tune in to Carolina Calls every week or go to backstreetsgrill.com for more information.
People have the power to make a lasting impact through acts of kindness, compassion, and strength. They inspire us to innovate and educate, to do more than we ever thought possible, to help you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health, inspired by you.
Hi, welcome to Dunkin'. Can I offer you a cup of normal when the world is giving you a large not so normal with a swirl of, is this really happening? Isn't it good to know that even when everything feels like it's changing, there are some things that'll always stay the same? We'll keep making the coffee, and you keep running. That's not the new normal. That's the same normal we've always served up.
Dunkin' hot and iced coffee, made just the way you like it. Order ahead on the app. America runs on Dunkin'.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
When the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
break kick. It drives him back to the 8-yard line. Up the near sideline and at the 30-yard line. Great cut by Joyner at the 40. He got some open space at the 50, being trailed from behind, and they drag him down, but he's all the way down to the 39-yard line. This will be a 48-yard attempt by Parker White, who's got a 50-yarder in his career. Snap it back, put it down, up and good. So he missed the 39-yarder, but he comes back and bangs down a 48. Kevin with a stutter step at the 10, looking back and into the end zone. Touchdown Carolina, touchdown Kevin Harris. Are going to run the football right side. It's Kevin Harris on the loose again. Kevin into Kentucky territory. Doty wants to throw it. He's got to step out of the pocket, dump it down. DeCurion's got it at the 12, inside the 5, for the pylon. Touchdown Carolina, touchdown DeCurion Joyner.
What's up, guys? This is Connor Shaw, graduated here in 2014, played quarterback, won a few games. Welcome to campus. Follow me. So this is the Horseshoe. This is where you'll be coming to class. Your classroom buildings, different colleges will be spread along here. And if you can visualize, once the students get back on campus, they'll have hammocks set up, throwing frisbee. And if you can imagine several thousand people here back in 2012, Darius Rucker set up College Game Day after we beat up on the Dogs 35-7. All right, so as you're walking to class, from someone who's been there, done that, tip number 1. They call Columbia, South Carolina famously hot for a reason. This will be your friend. Use it. Tip number 2, these brick steps here. I've seen a handful of people trip and faceplant. You don't want to be that guy. Tip number 3, you'll see a million squirrels around here. They're the most friendly squirrels in the world. Don't feed them. They'll follow you home. All right, we're just coming off the Horseshoe. We're coming up on here, the J School, a journalism school. And this building that just renovated, it's got a full TV studio. So if you're into broadcasting or journalism, this is where you'll be spending the majority of your time on campus. The reality is you'll spend most of your time in the Doty, in the academic portion of your career, but you'll go over here for group projects or pop in there in between classes. All right, we're coming up on the newly built Student Health Center, and this just goes to show you the commitment to the students here on campus. All right, we have arrived to the Russell House. Now, tip number 4, although you have your meals planned by our dietitian, Kristen Coggins, and prepared by our in-house chef, I highly recommend you to stop by here after practice for Chicken Finger Wednesdays. All right, we're coming down from the Russell House. We have Blossom Street right here. Take a left, it's gonna take you to 5 Points. This is a student hub. Go say hello to my friend, Mr. Andy at Andy's Deli, grab you a sub. Right here is East Quad, AKA the Pink Palace. If you know, you know. This is where we stayed at until 650 was built, and now you guys have it much nicer. We keep going up here, we have the business building, so let's go check it out.
Hey guys, my name is Jessica Jackson and welcome to the Darla Moore School of Business. Most of you will have a few classes here. In addition to being one of the newest buildings here on campus, we're also one of the top business schools, not in the country, but in the world. All right, welcome back to 650 Lincoln. And while, yes, I know you've probably read, seen, and watched tons of videos on the dorms, and they are the nicest dorms in the country.
What's going on, fellas? It's Rod Wilson, alumni, 2004, student athlete. Just gonna take you on a tour. I'm back, now I'm a coach here, linebacker coach. I mean, what better place you wanna be at on a college campus? I mean, look at nature, look at all this, man. You got old history, you got some renovated part of the campus.
real steel. Find yours. And find what fuels you. Not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Pick up at over 9,000 local steel dealers. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Bring all the gifts for under the tree. And while you're at it, bring the tree. Ford F-150. Built for the holidays.
Now get F-150 with up to $11,000 in total savings, including $1,000 trade assist on top of your eligible trade-in. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
People have the power to make a lasting impact through acts of kindness, compassion, and strength. They inspire us to innovate and educate, to do more than we ever thought possible, to help you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health, inspired by you.
Good hard work has earned Brooke Wilson the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the track and field team, Wilson is a junior exercise science major with a 3.978 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Luke Doty now working out of the shotgun. Harris is the tailback. And to Harris, who weaves his way through the initial line of scrimmage, and at the 30-yard line continues to drive and trying to get to the 35. One guy that's playing hard for sure is Kevin Harris, and he just went over 1,000 yards on the season and an appropriate run to do it on. He gains 11. That's our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? And Coach, it's not just a generic run. That is our Kevin Harris going over 1,000 yards on the season. A lot of people get credit, but you start with number 20.
Yeah, a special feat by him. 2013 was the last time it's been done here at South Carolina. And to do it in 10 games versus an SEC schedule, just I'm so proud of that young man. Fought through some injuries, wasn't the starter when the season started. He's worked his way. He just comes to work every day, and it shows how he's played all year.
And our Terminex Pest Player of the game also goes to Kevin Harris. 21 carries, 210 yards. It's hard to believe when you average 10 yards a carry with your running back and you lose the ball game the way we did.
Should have gave it to him 42 times. We just, you're trying to have some balance to keep them honest. But he, he's a guy that he's our offense right now. He's an explosive player that has explosive plays, and that's something that South Carolina is going to be able to build off is Kevin Harris and that line of scrimmage. Everybody's coming back except for number 50, Hutchins.
And Kevin got his 15th rushing touchdown of the season, tied Harold Green in a season of touchdowns. He's also caught one through the air and was everything for the Gamecocks this year. Congratulations to Kevin, our Terminex Pest Player of the game. We'll be back on Gamecock football with Mike Bobo from Learfield, IMG College.
If the Gamecocks record 350 yards or more on offense, go to the notifications on your Game Day app to learn how to receive a free made-from-scratch biscuit during breakfast hours at Columbia and Orangeburg participating Hardee's on Monday after the game.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
And when the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
Bring all the gifts for under the tree. And while you're at it, bring the tree. Ford F-150. Built for the holidays.
Now get F-150 with up to $11,000 in total savings, including $1,000 trade assist on top of your eligible trade-in. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
What do you do after you're the #1 selling brand of gas-powered handheld outdoor power equipment in America? You start making more equipment right here in America. Real steel. Find yours.
Gamecock Football with Mike Bobo is brought to you by Coca-Cola, Prisma Health, Britons of Columbia, and Backstreet's Bar and Grill.
Hey, welcome back into Gamecock Football with Mike Bobo. We want to thank, first of all, our sponsors in a difficult year that everybody was involved with, those who stayed loyal to Carolina football and this show. We want to thank you very much for all the work that you did. Coach, we want to thank you. There's nothing worse than being in the guy who hired you is terminated and you take over on an interim basis and you have to pull this staff together and their team while you're handling all these other duties during a pandemic. I don't know how you did it, but we appreciate those efforts. And your thoughts generally on, in the short time you've been in a sprint to try to get us ready for these games, where do you see the program going forward? Your thoughts on where we need to improve in those areas, and what about the future?
Well, I think, the future, you're never as far off as you think. You're never as good as you think, and you're never as far off as you think. And I think, one thing that we have to do as a football program moving forward, it was tough for everybody to do this year because of COVID and social distancing, but it's built that team bond. I think you saw teams not being able to be consistent all year because they didn't. Football's a team game, and it's about that bond, and that's the #1 thing I think that needs to be worked on. Obviously a lot of guys got to play this year, and you can, if you're honest with yourself about where you're at, you can learn even through failure. And I think these guys they strained, didn't come out perfect, but if they'll continue to strain and continue to work, they're closer than they think.
That's all we can do. We thank everybody for the season. It's always good to play football, and we were able to do that, and we enjoyed every minute of it. Be thankful for that. Thanks to Coach Bobo, to Coach Muschamp, our entire staff, their staffs. This is Gamecock Football with Mike Bobo from Learfield, IMG College.